Hello again, everybody. It's Vinny Sandu here for the European Cricket Network with a match preview for the second semi-final. It's Friday, finals time in Kummerfeld, Germany for the Dream11 European Cricket Series. This is a match preview for match 18, the second semi-final between SF2 and MTV Stallions. This game will start Friday morning, 9:30 a.m. GMT, which is 11:30 a.m. in Central Europe, or 3 p.m. in India. You can catch all the action here, as always, on the European Cricket Network, or in India, you can catch it on Fan Code. And just a reminder, if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media, because there's so much happening in the world of European cricket. I actually can't think of a day coming up on the calendar where we are not bringing you cricket on the European Cricket Network. We've got the ECN Czech Super Series week 4, so it's our last week to find a qualifier for the championship weekend the following weekend, as well as a brand new Dream11 European Cricket Series starting next Monday, coming to you from Stockholm in Sweden. So why don't we have a look at how we finished up there in Kummerfeld after the end of the preliminary matches. So the top 4 are going to play off on the Friday. We'll have PSV, who finished top of the table. They'll be taking on KSV in the first semi-final. And then SG Findorf taking on MTV Stallions. They finished 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Then there'll be a 3rd place playoff. And then the gold final, which will start at 9 p.m. Indian time. And it's certainly going to be a very interesting day's cricket there from Kummerfeld in northern Germany. Why don't we have a look at some likely teams? And for SG Findorf, they'll be led by their captain Hamid Wardak, with Fakar Ahmed behind the wickets. Now, they did make a very good run on Thursday, as expected, coming from 5th place to earn 2nd spot. They could have even grabbed top spot, actually, if it wasn't for the weather intervening in their final preliminary match. While for MTV Stallions, they'll be led by their captain Gaurav Singh Rathore, with Brajesh Prajapati, their wicket-keeper. And they finished with a record of 3-2 to finish in 3rd spot, but they are the only side to have beaten PSV, who finished top of the table. So they've shown they're capable of beating the big teams and winning the big games. So let's see how they go against SG Findorf. It certainly, I think, will be a cracker of a match. And as always, let's have a look at Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch. And you might find this information useful if you're participating in some Dream11 cricket. And I have super highlighted there Hamid Wardak for SG Findorf. I think he's coming to form at the right time. He's a class player. He's gotten better as the week's gone on. He's scored 131 runs at a strike rate of 211. So I've got a feeling he's going to put on a big performance in this game. He is a big game player. I've also highlighted for them, as is Devotsi. Now, they call him the human highlight reel, and there's a reason why. He's averaging 108 for the week. He's also an outstanding pair of hands in the field, and that is so important. I've also highlighted one of my favourite players there, Amar Khalid. Now, he has hit 78 of his 102 runs this week in sixes, and he possesses a radioactive strike rate. It's over 260. He's also very handy with his off-spin bowling. Got some bowling options there as well for Findorf with Jeevan Butt. I like the way that he swung the new ball, and he's good for an early wicket, I think, as well as Rashad Mahmood, who's been very miserly with his medium pace. He's a little bit awkward, and batsmen are struggling to get him away. He's got an economy rate of only 7.2, so I've highlighted him as well as Alex Natman. I call him the wild thing because he can bowl very fast, but he doesn't always know where they're going, but he is very exciting to watch. So let's see if he can get on target in this semi-final. For MTV, I have super highlighted for them Bazit Oya. I think he's the key for them. He's been their most consistent player all tournament. Much of the burden falls on him if they're going to knock off SG Findorf in this match. I've also highlighted for them Brajesh Prajapati, their keeper, as well as Gaurav Singh Rathore. Now, the skipper, he's been reliable at the top of the order, but his high score of only 22 for the week shows he hasn't really gone on with it yet, so this is a great opportunity for him, as well as an all-round option there in Saidul Islam. And then the cranium, Mohammad Farooq Arabzai. He's a very good player. He has contributed 85 runs and 5 wickets this week. They need a big performance out of him, and I'm sure he'll be rubbing that shiny bald head of his for luck come Friday morning. Let's get to my prediction. And this is going to be an absolute banger of a game. Like I said, I think could be very high scoring. I can see both teams scoring over 130 or even 140 and the game being alive. So let's see how we go. They've got some big hitters, but I have predicted SG Findorf to win this one. They won the semi-final of the ECL, and that's in the back of my mind as well. They've been good under pressure. They've got lots of players, and I just think they might have superior depth in this game. But MTV Stallions, I really like watching them as well. They've got some excellent players. They're going to rely on some big hitters like Bazit Oya and the cranium, Mohammad Farooq Arabzai, to help them get to a defendable target. So that's my prediction. Make sure you catch us here on European Cricket for all the action. If you don't already, just a final reminder, to follow us at European Cricket. But for now, this is Vinny Sandu saying enjoy the game, and we'll see you next time on the European Cricket Network.